Hey. It's welcome back to the 12 podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Gilituk, and today is November 2nd. It's 3:36, and I just want to start off by saying girls are confusing. They probably think that guys are confusing too, but we can't be as confusing as them, right? So currently, I'm in my room again, not doing anything, waiting, contemplating what I should do. If you were here yesterday, if you listened to the podcast yesterday, you would know that I mentioned it like twice, so it probably was easy to not catch. But there's this girl that I was trying to hang out with, and plans were kind of made for today, not really. So hold on one sec. So like I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know, and it's kind of I'm kind of not freaking out, but I could be less nervous than right now. But yeah, so I'm just waiting. That's kind of the whole premise of today, I guess. I also want to do this thing. Well, I should mention it while I remember. I want to do it like a daily song or songs or something. Just a song that I've been listening to that I really enjoy. Maybe it's new, maybe it's not new. And the song for today, while I was planning on making the episode of the podcast today after I had figured out if I was going to hang with this girl or not, and then the song would change depending on what her response was. Because if she said no, then I'd kind of jokingly give some like super sappy kind of love song like the Kid Laroi, his new song, So Done. I would have said that, and then if she said yes, well, I didn't think that far ahead, which is probably not how I should be looking at this, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so enough about that. Today has been pretty much like yesterday. I really haven't done much. I ate though today. I actually went out and ate. I ate yesterday. I'm not like anorexic. Is that the word? That's not important either. But yeah, so that's kind of what I really don't know what I need to like start writing down what I want to talk about. I had ideas, and then as soon as I started hitting record, I kind of blanked. But I opened my Safari, and I guess we can talk about this. I have this Google Doc of music I need to listen to. So all the songs or albums I need to listen to, I write them down, and then as I go through them, I'll like check them off. So just yesterday, or Snot, if you guys know Snot, he released an album recently, and I listened to that like the day after it came out. I didn't even know it came out. A friend told me about it, and I was like, oh, I enjoyed it. And then on my list, I also have Lil Tecca's Virgo World. Did not enjoy that. There were a couple songs that it like got worse over time, and I kind of just stopped like paying attention to it. And then other notable albums and things, I've got the new Bryson Tiller album, Savage Mode 2, I haven't gotten around to yet. Detroit 2 by Big Sean, the new Trippie Redd album. And then I've got some not older, but just albums that didn't come out within, the past week or whatever. Like Legends Never Die. I actually listened to this album like the day it came out. But like I was working, and so it was kind of like background noise. So I need to go through it again, get the songs that I like on my playlist, and then Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon by Pop Smoke. I don't know how many people that listen to Pop Smoke now didn't listen to him before he died. I'm not like saying that that's a bad thing, but I didn't. I don't think I'd ever heard. I didn't know who he was before he died, and I'll admit that. I don't think that's a bad thing to admit. Anyone who I don't even know if I listened. I knew about Mac Miller. I listened to Mac Miller before he passed, but Definitely, once he did pass, I definitely went through his discography and listened to it, and I really enjoyed it. Mac Miller is probably my favorite artist at the moment and has been for a while. Them or Brockhampton, him or Brockhampton. Brockhampton is just like, I don't know, like I listened to Brockhampton super heavily a couple months ago over before I came to college and like early on in college, and I don't know, it's just like not the vibe anymore. Like I feel like I was happier almost. I'm really happy now, but it's just I don't know. They're like too random for this moment in time. Still love Brockhampton. Swimming though by Mac Miller, bringing it back to Mac, might be my favorite album of all time. At least right now, like there's not one bad song on it. I can go through it and listen to it again and again, and that's what I do. So yeah, that's Mac Miller. I guess we're all on the topic of music. Honestly, this is like what I wanted the podcast to be about was music, but I didn't know how well that would kind of roll over. But I mean, I talk about whatever I want now. So on the topic of music, let's go to Russ. Let's talk about Russ for just a little bit. He kind of, I don't understand him. He hasn't. When did this shake? Okay, so Russ confuses. I used to listen to Russ pretty heavily, probably like a year and a half ago. And I enjoyed him. It's hard though to listen to him now because he releases songs so frequently. It's stupid. Shake the Snow Globe. I think whenever that came out earlier this year, I think I tried to listen to it, and it was just like I don't think I've listened fully through a Russ album. I've listened to multiple songs on every single one of his mixtapes, and I've listened to a lot of his singles, but his singles now are just rough. Like go back. Can we go back to like Sideline Number and Psycho Part 2? Or even before that, like what's that song? Like the Blue Elephant, Goodbye. That was like his first single like ever, right? I don't know. Don't listen to that too heavily, but I don't know. Russ is confusing. He has so many monthly listeners. For what I think he's worth, for how much I think, 13 and a half is what he's posting right now. And it's just because he releases at such a frequent, is that, yeah, frequent, oh my, rate. He releases them quickly. And it's like his first 6 songs, his most popular top 6 songs are like older. I guess top 4 are older, and then Best on Earth and Civil War. But then his 7 through 10, I feel like are just like rotisserie. Like that, like as soon as he releases a new song, it pops up and then disappears. I don't know. Russ is weird. I don't know. It's ew. Yeah, that's Russ. I don't know why that took up so much time, but I know I remember saying yesterday that I would explain where the title of the podcast came from. If you look at the YouTube channel, the 1214 podcast YouTube, and you go to the description of it, it explains it. I wrote that like right when I made the YouTube channel. I wrote that, and I don't plan on changing it. I looked. I'm on the channel. I saw that I had 1 subscriber. I think that's just my other podcast or my other channel, but that's not important. So if you go to about on I'll read it. No, I won't read it. But basically, I was like feeling. Did I explain this yesterday? I don't think I did. But I was not feeling. I did explain this, didn't I? Whatever. The 1214 podcast, basically, after I had the talk with my friends, I think I explained that part, but not this part. I went in my room and just started writing on a note card. It's taped up on the wall right next to me. It says October 29th, 2020 at 12:14 a.m. So that's the time I wrote it down. And then I wrote down a couple like takeaways that I had, quotes that I had come up with from like me and my friends talking. I wrote them down. I put most people don't deserve my time anyway. That was one of the last things I said. Gotta smile sometimes. Life in 3 months. I think that was Life in 3 months was like an early, like this is also early, but it was one of the names I was thinking about naming the podcast. Maybe, I don't know. Then I wrote 12:14 a.m. and then I wrote the 12:14 podcast and signed my name. So that's where the name came from. It was the time that I like came up with it. 12:14. So I thought it was fitting. Thought it was a good like a come up story almost, I guess you could say. So that's where the name came from. I like it. I didn't realize until after I made the channel, I think, that if you type in like the 12:14 podcast or whatever, or like 12:14 on YouTube, you just get like Bible chapters and verses, which is okay. Maybe not. I just did. Okay, so not. I don't know. It's either Bible verses, or I just typed it in and it's body transformation and like this EDM festival thing, and iOS 12.4. So I mean, it's it's pretty diverse, the 12:14 right now. But if you add podcasts to it, then you get me and the first episode, which is what I like. And so hopefully over time, you'll have to type in less and less to pop it up. Just 12:14, boom, it should pop up. It doesn't though. What's funny is if you type in 12:14, you get the Joe Rogan Experience number 12:14. So yeah, that's where the name came from. I like it. I think it's catchy. I'm glad it wasn't like 12:59. Like that's just a mouthful. 12:14, I think it's like 3 syllables. It's just like boom, 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 rolls off the tongue. More or less, more than a lot of other times that could have been it. But yeah, I think that's all I've got, more or less, for today. Shorter. I got the podcast up on Spotify. If you're listening to this on YouTube, hello. If you're listening to this if you somehow found it on Spotify, hello as well. Go check out the YouTube channel and go follow the podcast on Instagram and Twitter at the 12:14 podcast. I'm going to try and roll out episodes once a day for at least a week or so, hopefully. I'm going home this weekend, though, so that might be maybe it'll be easier, low-key. But no one knows about this yet. I'm yet to tell my friends, the ones that I had the discussion with. I don't know when I'll tell them. Eventually, I think if I can get a few episodes out, they'll be like, whoa, that's super cool. And then, I'm sticking to it. So that's what I want to do. These are a lot easier to make than YouTube videos. I have an actual YouTube channel, just Joseph Gillatuck, and I just make little vlog type videos. I was cranking them out over the summer. I made like 8 a month or something for 2 months. And then college rolled around and I've made 2 videos. So I'm upset that I didn't keep a schedule. But I posted a video like a week and a half ago, so I'm glad I did that. But that's how that channel went. But making the podcast episodes are exponentially easier because I just record the audio and then take it into iMovie, which is what I use to edit videos, because it's free and it came on the Mac, my MacBook, and I just like plug in the audio, put a black screen in, and then put the little this is the 12:14 podcast, follow us here, and then that's all that takes, and then I title it and whatever. And then for Spotify, it's even easier. I just upload the audio and then title it and give it a description. But what sucks about that is the website that Spotify uses. It's like a $10 monthly fee, and it's a 10-month free trial, and then it's $10 a month. So I probably will get like a month or two, just like let the subscription run. I need to make sure it is only $10 too, though, and I'll just kind of see what happens, because I like it being on Spotify. Because on YouTube, unless you have YouTube Red, and like who has YouTube Red, you can keep it open. But on Spotify, you can just keep it. You can sleep your phone, close your phone, and just listen to it, which I think is better in most scenarios for people. But yeah, I tried the podcast. I tried throughout this episode to like keep the silences to a minimum and the ums to a minimum, because I listened back to yesterday and it was kind of hard to listen to. But I also just don't like my voice. And I say that, but I've gotten a lot more used to my voice over the past few months making YouTube videos and stuff. So I really don't mind it, honestly, and that's good. So I just said again. I'm trying to work on less stutters, less awkward silences, and less ums. So hopefully, as time goes by, that'll get easier. But with that being said, I think this is where I'm gonna wrap it up. This is like 7 minutes longer than yesterday's, 6 minutes longer. So if you enjoyed listening, if you're on YouTube, subscribe and like it. If you're on Spotify, make sure to follow. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. More just me rambling. I want to try and get more ideas and things down, and maybe get more of like a schedule going. So like topics and like a daily song, which I said I was gonna say one today, but I'm not, just because I don't know how I'm feeling yet about you guys know what. So if you enjoyed, like it, follow us on social medias, and thanks for watching or listening, not watching. But if you guys wanna, yeah, okay, I said that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, where I talk about more stuff. Peace out. What? Peace out.